Have you ever painted something, and it felt dry in just 30 minutes? You probably thought it was good to go, but then you come back the next day, and it scratches off way too easily. What's going on? Well, here's the problem. The paint was dry, but it wasn't ready. And most people, even some professionals, don't understand why. Today, we're going to clear up one of the most misunderstood ideas in all of paint chemistry, the critical difference between drying and curing. And here's the key idea you need to remember. Drying is a physical process. Curing is a chemical process. They are absolutely not the same thing, and knowing the difference will save you a ton of headaches. So, let's start with drying. When paint dries, it simply means the liquid part of the paint is leaving the film. For waterborne paints, that's water evaporating into the air. And for solvent-borne paints, that's solvent. There is no real chemistry happening yet, no strength is being built. It's just the liquid carrier leaving the surface. This is exactly why your paint can feel dry to the touch very quickly, but still be incredibly weak underneath. The surface might feel safe, but the paint film hasn't fully developed its final properties. Remember this, dry does not mean strong. Think of it like a bowl of hot soup. You see the steam rising from the surface. And as that steam leaves, the soup starts to cool down. But the soup itself, the ingredients, they haven't changed. It's still just soup. Paint drying is very similar. The liquid evaporates. The film feels dry, but it's not finished yet. Now, let's talk about the magic part, curing. Curing is when the real chemistry kicks in inside that paint film. During the curing process, the individual paint molecules, which were just floating around, start to react with each other. They begin to connect, to link up, and to form a complex three-dimensional network. This incredible process is called cross-linking. Here is a great way to visualize it. Imagine a plate of uncooked spaghetti noodles. They're all separate, loose, and you can easily slide them past each other. But after you cook them, they become tangled and stuck together. It's much harder to pull a single noodle out. That's exactly what curing does to paint molecules. It tangles them up into a strong, interconnected structure. And why does this curing process matter so much? Because this molecular network is what gives paint its real performance. We're talking about hardness, durability, resistance to chemicals, and long-term protection for the surface underneath. Without proper curing, the paint will just stay soft, weak, and easy to damage, no matter how dry it feels. This brings us back to the timeline. It's why paint can be dry to the touch in 30 minutes, but still need days, or sometimes even weeks, to reach its full cure and final hardness. So if you ever see paint that scratches easily, feels soft, or fails an adhesion test, it's almost never a drying problem. It's a curing problem. The paint didn't have enough time or the right conditions to build that strong and three-dimensional cross-linked network. It's also important to know that drying and curing depend on different environmental factors. Drying is all about airflow, temperature, humidity, and how thick you apply the paint. Curing, on the other hand, depends mostly on time, temperature, and the specific chemistry of the paint you're using. This is why the exact same can of paint behaves so differently on a hot, dry summer day versus a cold, damp winter day. So, if there's one thing you take away from this video, let it be this: dry is physical, cure is chemical. If your paint job fails early, it's almost certain that it did dry. It just didn't get a chance to fully cure. Once you truly understand this fundamental difference, a lot of the mysteries of paint chemistry start to make perfect sense. Welcome to Paint X-Ray Lab, where we break paint down, layer by layer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of coatings. See you in the next one.